Good afternoon everybody, welcome to Winchcombe in the Cotswolds to view a Jacobean house that was built in 1618. This is going to be going up for sale at the end of the week for £1.25 million. It's peak historic homes vibes for me. I can't wait to show you around. So if you're ready, let's get started. So welcome, thank you very much for joining me today. It was an early start for me today. I left my house in southeast London at 5:30 a.m. for the drive along some of the country's most incredibly scenic roads here to meet the photographer and shoot this video. And I completed the journey in around 2.5 hours, I think. Now that meant that I was well ahead of my key collection. So I decided to go and have breakfast around the corner in a pub called the Lion Inn. It's a historic pub with beautiful surroundings and great coffee. So I'd definitely give that place a whirl if you find yourself in the Winchcombe area. Now that early start was so worth the effort. This place is an absolute peach. What we're just about to tour is a Jacobean house, and as I understand it, one of the most important buildings in the town of Winchcombe. It was listed in 1960, grade 2, in case you're wondering, built originally as a guild hall but converted soon after into a boys' school. I'll link the listing to the Historic England entry below in the description box. Its current custodian is a real dear client of mine who's owned the place for 12 years. He was a hugely successful actor's agent in the 80s, 90s and noughties, and having retired from the industry now, this house is just a little on the large side for one person, hence it being up for sale. What we're going to see though is a home that is incredible and incredible shape for a 400+ year old house. It started out as a 5-bedroom house but then was reconfigured to a 3-bedroom 2-bathroom house during its lengthy renovation, which also included the staircase on the ground floor being turned around with the ground floor being opened up. And before anyone asks, yes, all the work was carried out with listed buildings consent. There's stacks of paperwork available documenting the whole renovation. Right, so I hope you stay with me on this one. There are a few little historical surprises as we wander around. So let's flip the camera around, let's go outside and start the tour. Here we go. We are in the middle of Winchcombe, the town centre. We're in Queen's Square, and this is the Jacobean house behind me, the house in question. We're going to have a wander around in a second, but I just want to take a note to just detail this next door. That's a pretty spectacular backdrop. That's St Peter's Church, and that actually is older than the Jacobean house, a sort of late 14th century I believe. And here it is, beautiful original front door, which we're going to open up and have a look inside. Okay, and here is that door in question in all of its period glory. It is a thing of beauty, and that's the original lock mechanism there, bolt on the door, and there is an original key which I will proudly display here. It's a big key, and there's only one of those in existence, so to say that has to be kept safe is an understatement, because you don't really want to go losing that. But anyway, here we go, stepping straight into the open plan reception. Big space, great ceiling height in here, the colours are wonderful. The owner had this whole place completely renovated, as I said in the intro. Some of the works that were carried out was made open plan. This staircase was actually switched around. It used to face the opposite way. They got permission to turn the staircase around, which meant that this room became a far more usable, practical room. The lady who carried out all the design and the interior work, whose name escapes me, but I will find out her details and I'll link those in the description below. But so much detail has been kept and proudly displayed. So all of these mullion framework around the leaded windows are all in place in in all of the windows everywhere. This is a big kitchen area, a gas-fired Aga. That cupboard there houses the boiler and the water tank. Nice rustic facing cupboard doors, dishwasher over there. There is a washing machine. It's somewhere else around the property, which I will shout out as we're wandering around. Big butler sink there. But just a really comfortable, it feels like a very lively sort of convivial space. It's just made for entertaining. And that cupboard over there, by the way, the long thin cupboard houses amongst other things, the fuse board. There is a burner, but that's not a wood burner, it's a gas flame effect wood burner, and that door is one door to the back of the house. Flagstone floors everywhere on this level. And with that, let's go and head upstairs, which actually pretty much the only part of the house that is carpeted. The stairs, it's original floorboards everywhere, but look at this beam. This is one of the original beam that runs through the house. It's got this original steel, maybe that isn't original, maybe it was added later, but steel brace that runs along underneath it. That was obviously carried out. This has been newly added. I think that was part and parcel of turning this staircase round, but nice thing to have on display. And that's the thing, this house feels like it is curated, not designed, because the owner and his interior designer have got exquisite taste in furniture. Everything just feels like it's meant to be here. This room is one of 3 bedrooms. I'm going to call it the second bedroom just purely because basing on size, and another great room. This is a fantastic stone fireplace surround here with another gas effect wood burner, more stonework, and then the view to the side here of St Peter's Churchyard. But this room is a bedroom, obviously being used as an office, and along with this floor and the floor above, apart from the bathrooms, it's original floorboards. Shower room, all pretty standard stuff. Nice size double width shower cubicle, views across Queen's Square, and tiled floor. And then to the left here, bedroom number 3, another one of those great fireplace surrounds. I don't know what it is about old historic houses. The older they get, the more quiet I feel I should be. There's just, I don't know, they're not the sort of places you just need to be shouty in. Very serene. It's such it really is a comfortable place to be. And then last but not least, stairs to the top floor, which the owner really considers his suite, really. And this room on its own, this landing area, again, all the historic detail just comes to life. Vaulted ceiling, some of those beams are painted, but the big ones are left exposed. I believe they're oak, and they are solid as you like. They're not going anywhere. Bedroom, again, continuing that vaulted ceiling into this room, and as much of that exposed beamwork as possible. Floorboards, views over the square to the front here. And then just across the way, that's a great mirror. Nice patina on that. Really sumptuous bathroom. Nice roll top bath over there in the corner. Every bathroom needs a little armchair in it. That's looking really cool. And then all of this beamwork continues all the way through. They've made it, I mean, everything has just been done exquisitely. Shutters on all the windows, and lots of storage, airing cupboard storage. I really like what they've done here. So we've just got these nicely finished bespoke joinery, these doors, and then just this material that's been attached to the inside. So there we go, that's the house, and I'm going to head back downstairs and show you around the garden. Now, the entrance to the garden can be either accessed from the living reception area below, which we've seen, but on this, the first floor level, we've got a raised staircase and another door here, another original door here, which I'm not sure would be original to the house, but it's certainly an old period door that may have been added at a later stage. And I just want to show you something here which I've discovered since I've been here today. Graffiti, if you can just make this out, there is graffiti there from 1795. Obviously when it was a boys' school, boys being boys perhaps, just doing their thing, etching a bit of graffiti, but that's incredible to witness. 1795. This is the dual stairwell that runs down to the bottom there to the door from the reception room, and that's a side access gate onto the pavement if required. And this garden is exquisite, absolutely perfection for me. It's the right size. We've got these railway sleepers that have been added. These are old railway sleepers as well, they're fantastic, added just to bed this lawned area in over here. I think these are apple trees that run around the edge. They look like, oh actually they might be figs. I'm not a green fingered type of person, so I can't tell you. Perhaps if you do know, let me know. But manicured lawn, and even the fence, the side fence has even been finished to try to reflect the castellations or crenellations. And this is a question for you. If you are an expert, more of an expert than me I should say, because I'm not an expert, I just happen to have an enthusiasm, a passion for it, personal passion for it, but I am not sure whether they are the running along the top there of St Peter's Church, whether they're crenellations or they are castellations. If you know the difference, perhaps let me know, but I think it's one or the other. But they've tried to imitate this in the fence that borders the garden out into the pavement. Rose garden over here, and this little corner seating area. There's nothing you need to do in this garden. It's finished. It's just finished exquisitely. I've used that word a lot today, I know. Now, this is the other little surprise that I think is it just finishes the house off perfectly. This is a stone-built lodge from 1877, obviously added at a later stage, but apparently it was used, or it was meant to be a lodge to collect rent. I believe they used to collect rent or pay rent through one of these windows here. Rent for what, I don't know, but this house just on its own is amazing. These these tiles here, they look like they're Cotswolds. I'm not absolutely sure what they are, but it's like a fairy tale. It's like a little fairy tale cottage, like a mini chapel almost, and it serves as a guest room, a guest lodge. Look at this. So if you've got family, friends, old relatives who want to live with you, younger relatives who want to live with you, you've got a little self-contained lodge on your own. That is a real wood burning stove in there. Tiled floor in here, and that runs through into the ensuite shower room. Again, vaulted ceilings, window overlooking the front there, and just to answer the question that I posed to myself earlier, washing machine is in here. So your little utility area, you can also access it from the side of this lodge. So if you have got people staying and you want to get in and do some washing without disturbing them, you can, because there is access along the side here. So there's two lots of access sidewise. So you've got this gate which opens out onto Queen Square, and then that's the side of the lodge, and the gate that is required, also the door that's required to get into the utility room if you need it. Right, there we go. Viewing over and done with, and I really hope you're just on the same page as me with this house. I absolutely love it. It's one of the nicest, most comfortable, sympathetic renovations of any historic home I've been in for quite a few years now. But anyway, that doesn't count. It's not my thoughts that count, they're yours. Please do let me know what you think about this place below. Perhaps drop me your comments and air the contents of your head, or if you just like it, just give me a thumbs up. That'd be much appreciated if you agree with me. Viewings on this particular property are easy. I'm working with a nice local estate agent around the corner, Adams in Winchcombe, who are available at reasonable notice to show the property. And once the listing's been approved on our side, I'll link it in the description below so you can read it. So consider this an early sneak peek of a fabulous property. Okay, right, I've got a long drive home now, so I'm going to bid you farewell. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I really do appreciate your support from all you regular viewers who comment and those who have just started subscribing, so thank you as well. Don't forget, if you're into alternative homes, you might like some of the other properties featured at this channel. Just give those a view and let me know what you think of those as well. So until next time, look after yourself. I'll see you on the next tour. Take care.